Live from Retro Toy Swap. I got here early. So we still have people setting up. I know nobody is in here yet, but that's okay. We're gonna go ahead and start looking around anyways and see what is at the Retro Toy Swap. If you've never been out here before, this will give you a good idea of what to expect. Oh, and look, there's the lovely Miss Lady Pop Hunter there. But give you an idea of what to expect. There are some mixture of vintage and retro, true retro. But I do like to go through and look everywhere and share it with you guys. I'll try not to go too quickly. I've already done a little bit of shopping. Oh, look who it is.
Hello, how are you?
Excellent. And I see Black Knight is here as well as K Munin joining us today. Do I live walkthrough so that people, and maybe you're in Georgia, and you want to, I remember when these were a fortune. I know I get distracted easily. $10. That's not bad, actually. My son has a collection of those. That's right, King David. That's right. Thank you so much. I do not have the crown today, though.
No.
I'm not wearing it today. I'm not wearing the crown.
I don't know. I'll take a picture.
But again, just to give you guys an idea of what you can expect if you come out here. And what is this? Pimp Daddy wants to know if there's any Dragonheart Draco Daggons. I don't know. You'll have to tell me as we go along here. Mostly what we're looking at is modern stuff for the time being. We're going to get there though. Star Wars. On our next live stream, I've got to talk to you about these. I had a really interesting conversation with a dealer at the Toylanta about those 90s Star Wars figures. Toy Biz, Savage Land. You don't see that too often. Toy Biz still very affordable. Much cheaper than even the modern equivalents. Munin says, make sure all the anime merchandise is properly displayed. Will there be a live stream tonight? I'm not sure. And if I miss your comment, please do forgive me, but you know, it's hard to see actually the screen at the moment. You remember these popcorn displays? They usually did them for holidays. That's really cool, actually. I like that. We're getting into a little bit of vintage here as they pick through a lot of Fisher-Price little people setting up. I see the Sesame Street playset in there. Be curious to see what that looks like when they got it together. And this stuff right here is actually from the Knight's Castle. This is all the Knight's Castle pieces you have? Or are you trying to figure it out?
I'm trying to figure it out. I've got the castle at home,
Oh,
like I said.
of course.
Grandson got into everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm trying to go back through and find
Because
what he got.
I'd be curious to see what you had on that.
Okay.
I'll be back around. I'll give you a chance there.
Okay.
Chance to pick through. This is class 2, the jumbo wood beads. Remember these? Colored wood blocks from Play School. I have a few tins like this. I have a few tins like that. There was a vintage Bullmark piece I spotted earlier. I wanted to see if I could negotiate about when I get back around to that table. That's the NECA Wild Stallions. If it goes blank, if I'm talking and it goes blank, it's gonna be because of music. I've got to be really careful about music because ScrewTube doesn't like it.
Pull it out one day.
Uh-oh. Oh, excuse me. We know who this is. Tell us who you are.
Hi, I'm Jim from Fayetteville Toytopia. Just hanging out today at a different toy stall, trying to meet and greet more people.
And tell people about your show.
So we do a toy sale down in Fayetteville, behind Dave's Comics, the third Saturday of every month. So from 9 to 5.
All right. So see, they can find you on Facebook.
Absolutely, Facebook and Instagram.
Okay.
Fayetteville Toytopia.
Check it out, folks.
Thank you.
Yeah, Pimp Daddy says the 90s Star Wars suck, very mass produced. Correct. These are neat. The Peanuts collections. Those are neat, and we got Wallace and Gromit. This is some stuff you don't see too often. But yeah, when next we do the live stream, I'm going to talk about that because I had a very interesting conversation. The McKenzie brothers, very interesting conversation with a vendor about. Look at this, the Whitman Dark Shadows game.
Yeah. My friend was a huge Dark Shadows fan.
That's cool. Well, some of these are sealed. Look at that. Shogun is sealed. Wow. The Games Master series. Look at that. Like I said, I get distracted because I love this stuff. But yeah, very, very interesting conversation with a vendor about those Star Wars. But I don't want to reveal who he was because I don't want to, I don't want to speak for him, but I do want to talk about his conversation. Look at these, the Beetle Baileys. They're figurines, and you don't see them too often. And this is the book series from Dark Horse, came with a figurine. $10 a piece, that's not bad at all. It's really not. And I watched the 60s Saturday morning cartoon, my wife and I, Beetle Bailey, and it's actually pretty fun. The 60s Saturday morning Beetle Bailey, cool series. Cool series. And again, if I miss a comment, there's a lot of glare on my end, so it's hard for me to see the screen at times. Some comic books, Star Trek figures, 5 each, 3 for $10. Playmate Star Trek, that's another one that really bottomed out from the 90s. Hey, look, it's the Coca-Cola aerobic doll. You don't see that often. And again, people are not fully set up. They're really behind schedule here. There should be more. There's 74 vendors slated for this outdoor event. And again, it is a free event. You can just show up.
Alabama. Okay.
VR Troopers. My kid used to watch this. The VR Troopers. It looks like he's got the whole set out here. And Johnny Future's there. He says, are you doing a live stream tonight? Everybody keeps asking me. I got to confirm with LPH whether or not we're going to be doing that. This is Seth's booth. Sasquatch. These are neat too. The Z-Bots for Micro Machines. And look at this. Ultra Force. He's got some Ultra Force figures here. And Double Dragon. Double Dragon, terrible cartoon. You'll be hurt your feelings if you watch that. I'll have to verify if we're going to be doing anything tonight when I talk to LPH. And there is Sasquatch. You just saw him at the Toylanta. A very bustling show. And of course that is Seth. And Seth, he usually comes up with some pretty interesting stuff, and he's a good wheeler dealer too. He doesn't just collect money. He's like, I don't know nothing about it. They just expensive.
Well, the good thing is, when you collect money, then you can buy more cool things.
Oh, that's true too.
Yeah.
There's a trade-off.
It kind of works both ways.
And who is this? Oh, Mick has joined us. As I try to. Somebody asked about Jericho. Is that who you meant? Yeah, Chris Jericho, correct. I did see that comment. LPH might be interested in those Ultra Force figures if they're a really good price. Because she is getting those, and they're pretty inexpensive actually, the Ultra Force. But yeah, we're still missing vendors here. As we move around. Hey, the Zaxxon board game. Look at this. Uh-oh. I turned it too much. Sorry about that. I turned that too much and it got weird. But that's the, see? Board games, fantastic artwork. So hard to display because they just take up so much space. Look at the VIC-20 Commodore computer. Wow.
If you got a way to test that segment, you should be able to test it.
That's incredible. Dorothy Hamill. Strawberry Shortcake Carousel.
It does. Yeah. I mean,
You know I love this stuff.
you got one or take
Somebody's yelling back there. Donnie and Marie Osmond.
instruction to basic. So tells you
That
how to
says
write.
$10.
Yeah.
Marie Osmond is in bad shape though. Her box is beat up pretty good.
Any kind of
That's actually really not bad pricing on those though, honestly.
old PCR, the
Dawn.
PCA, yeah, any color, just make sure it's
Working Sega with cartridges.
Yeah, this here plug into the back of it. This here,
That's
this
cool.
here is extra. All you need is this power big. So you don't have all the same big printer, disk drive, go to the monitor room, get the
And who is this? Roy Rogers?
power packs.
Yeah, it's a Roy Rogers guitar. Dukes of Hazzard, Sunken Treasure Game. Because again, you know, I'm just fascinated with all of this stuff, but primarily I like to see the vintage. Hey, how you
Love your
doing?
channel, man.
Oh, thanks so much. Tell us who you are.
Frank
From?
from Flowery Branch, Georgia.
Oh, you don't have a store?
Oh no, I don't know. So
You
it's
just setting-
Yeah, it's just
That's cool.
from my collection.
Okay. That's what a lot of people come out here and do though, but that's the great part about the retro toy swap is you get a lot of people who are not vendors, and that means you can get sometimes better deals. Look, Spacewalk Man. Pimp Daddy said Dukes of Hazzard tray is cool if it wasn't all rusted. Yeah, that's pretty common though, unfortunately. And Nick wants to know if there's any vintage monsters. I haven't spotted any yet. I remember when these used to get real good money. Yeah, somebody mentioned LPH. She's around here somewhere. We saw her a little earlier. Look at this. Airwolf collection. And look at that.
Yeah, that thing's pretty cool.
That's neat. Yeah, that's really neat. It's something you don't see every day, folks. What do you mean case not included? I gotta give you the case back? Still, that's not bad. I have to tell LPH if I see her, this guy's got vintage carded Ninja Turtles if she's interested. Those prices aren't bad.
Oh, now. But I want to.
And again, you know, I can't see, yeah, there was a Reservoir Dogs figure. I saw that. I can't see all the comments because of the glare. There's Transformers here. For parts, incomplete. Still. She's around here somewhere. I'll find her. I'll find her. I will find her.
Oh, there we go.
How you doing?
Hey. And somebody wanted to know if they missed Planet of the Apes from Mego. No. I have not seen any Mego Planet of the Apes. But you know, if I come across any vintage, I'm more than likely to make a hard stop because I'm personally much more interested and fascinated by vintage than by modern. Wow, those are down to 20 a piece now on the nacelle Sectars remakes. I'm always more fascinated by vintage naturally. Look at this. So we move around. Now this guy, if you're into vintage, he's gonna knock your socks off. And I've done several deals with him in the past. He's very reasonable. This I wanted to show you here. Look at this. It's Tubby. This guy gets a lot of 60s stuff. 2 cases of 7-Eleven cups. Look at that Doc Savage. Captain Cold. $10 a piece on the cups. He's got the red bags. More of these. You can't get away from them. Those are not original. Those are reproductions. But, you know, wait till we get in here. Look at this.
I grew up in South Florida.
Crime Stopper.
So 80s in South Florida.
The NASA mascot Snoopy.
And then, sorry.
That's the new Jaws. He had the other one here. It's already sold. Missed out on it. Remember refrigerator magnets like this? He had a lot more. This booth was twice as full as it is now. Look at that, the space belt. Star Team space belt from 1970 Ideal. Helmet not included. Helmet not included. You're gonna have to buy that separately, folks. Sorry about that. Speed Racer Space Track or Racetrack. Unopened Silly Putty. Ghost Gun. Voodoo Doll Game. Enlarge-A-Graph. Check these out. Captain Action, Superman, and Batman. That Batman's complete. Beatles bobbleheads, that's the original ones.
I always walk aisle.
Flipper,
Even like an
Lunchbox and Thermos, Ideal Batcave, Farmer in the Dell. I'm curious about that actually, that Farmer in the Dell set. But this guy usually has a lot of 60s toys in his booth, and he only comes to the retro. Oh, there's this guy again. We saw him last time. And he has a lot of loose Legends figures. And this ties in with the discussion I was wanting to have about the carded 90s Star Wars figures. You see how many are loose. But this is what it's coming down to. Oh, mask. Superpowers. Police Academy. Oh, look at the mask Play-Doh set. That's neat. Action Masters. Hey, Fisher Price Adventure People. They're loose sets, but you still don't see that very often. What, this one?
variety of things because my wife and I are downsizing.
What do you have on the mask 2-pack there?
$100.
He said it's 100. I'm live.
Let it go to somebody.
He said he has 100 on that.
You're welcome.
Ultraman. These are neat.
Yeah, those were my wife's.
Really?
Yeah. And our godchildren played with them a lot. But they're starting to get grown now.
That's cool. Uh-oh, it's getting a little overcast there, guys. It's a warm day. Hopefully it doesn't start pouring out here. More loose. These are obviously G.I. Joe classifieds. And G.I. Joe anniversary figures. It is pretty overcast, but this, oh, here we go. Oh no. It had to happen, folks. It had to happen. That's all right. Hey. Lots of Funko. But yeah, this is a rain or shine event, naturally. There's a couple of things that I've seen that I want to get back to, but you know, I try to do my due diligence, as it were, and go ahead and film.
They are.
Check these out. Hey, how you doing?
They're not garbage, but
These are cool. That's a real throwback right there. And then these plates, they made like 100 of these. They made one for every state. They made them for the seasons. You can find them pretty cheap, actually, though. The McDonald's plates. Now that I would get if it was in better shape. Right here. See the Hulk train? And that looks like it's a chem toy. And I actually have the chem toy Spider-Man, but mine is in like a perfect box almost. Oh yeah, it's getting cool suddenly. Suddenly the temperature dropped. I'm wondering if it's gonna rain on us here.
I don't think so. Weather says we're good.
Uh-huh. I trust that.
Yep.
If it stays like this, I'll be totally happy.
I'm happy. Overcast every day, baby.
Yeah. Another neck of Wild Stallions. He usually has a much bigger setup, this guy. But he's scaled it back. Hey, Tycho Video Driver. That's awesome. And who is this? Squiddly Diddly is here, and I see Robert online. No, she's not out here buying any Funkos. Monster in my pocket. She's not buying any Funkos. She's got her sights set on other things, and I did a little bit of shopping at first. Hey, look at the Furskins in the box still. I'm getting to it. Right there. Usually you find those loose. Those were very popular once upon a time. Just like those other bears. I pointed a bear out earlier, but I couldn't remember the name of the company. And Pastor Rick is here. I still haven't found my wife. I know she's out here somewhere. She can't go far. I've got the keys. The Action Masters. Those were popular for a heartbeat. Look, the point has been clipped off. You see that? The Kenner point. You know why? Because there was a mail-away gold-plated C-3PO. There she is. There's my lovely wife. She's got something. Oh, vision of loveliness. I absolutely adore her, seriously. Oh, Animals of the Warrior Kingdom figures.
Yeah, I mean,
He's pretty heavy. He's pretty heavy. And I've seen these guys at the shows, and I show them on the weekly roundups. But I've never actually tinkered with one, as it were. Legos. Lego sets or. And we've talked about the Legos before. And Tuck is here. We've talked about the Legos before because once upon a time, or not once upon a time, but you know, I have talked to vendors about the Legos. And vintage sets will sell in a heartbeat, but the modern sets, they don't move. They don't move. A lot of Hot Wheels. A lot of loose Hot Wheels. Sunshine Family. These are cool. I love this kind of stuff right here. Electronic baseball.
That's funny. Oh.
I spotted
You doing
something.
all right? Definitely.
I spotted something. I'll show you in a minute. Check this out. Cylon glasses. Your eye will not bounce back and forth though. Look at this wannabe Rambo. He's kind of almost sort of Rambo-ish. It says Hero Tank. And that's the kind of thing you pick up at like Radio Shack. Those are neat though. Carded chips. Who's this? Power Rangers belt. Monster balls. What do they got on that? $16 or $1,600. I'm guessing it's going to be $16. Look at this. It's the World of Love dolls from Hasbro. Gumball machine rings. Mad Balls football. Great Space coasters on Laserdisc. Cuties. Oh, wow. Banana splits. AJ Renzi. Now this is what caught my eye. Right here. That's a bull mark. It's got $100 on it. I wonder if he'd be willing to negotiate that. ROM is 200, Robert. I don't know about the chips. What do you have on your chips figures?
50.
50 a piece? I'm not able to look anything up right now because my phone is occupied, so I can't verify if that's a good price or not, because the smart thing, of course, is to... What are the carnival prizes? The smart thing, of course, is to check the values on completed auctions if you can. So I don't know if those chip figures are worth 50 bucks a piece. Off the top of my head, the cards do have a little wear, but that is in my wheelhouse, as is that full mark figure. And I'm pretty sure though
I'm guessing
that bull mark
probably would do that.
is worth a bit more than 100.
For my personal collection. Yeah, I've kind of gotten more into
Look at all this. And again, all loose, all modern Star Wars there. Look at this. Gosh. $2 a piece, it says. That's the only way they can get rid of them. This modern stuff, and you know, of course, my own personal preference, I'm not as interested in modern as I am in vintage. I love the vintage. I think it's just far more interesting. A lot of Star Wars peg warmers, says Munin. Look at these now. The Super 7s. 25 a piece. Silverhawks and G.I. Joe.
Must came out the ATM in a bonded pair.
Guy on the slide on that Crime Buster gun, because I looked at it earlier. It is never been played with. That 1960s Topper Crime Buster gun has never been touched, and he gave me like a kind of behind the scenes deal on that. Hi. And I'm considering it. I'm thinking about it, because he was like, "Hey, I'll do this," and I'm like, "Oh," because it's a pretty good offer, actually. I just have to be careful. Yeah, Frankie Frog says, "Hi, LPH." Yeah, well, she's on the phone. McFarlane Beatles. Look, brick block, not Lego, brick block. Robotics. Check this thing out.
What'd you get?
That's cool. They don't make toys like that anymore. You imagine being a little kid with this thing? I forget the manufacturer on that. Some stuffed animals. But yeah, off the top of my head, I'm not sure about those carded chips. I am curious though. But again, smarter to look it up first, if at all possible, just to gauge. And again, the cards aren't the best.
Yeah, you up and you moving around, you doing this and you doing that, and now you can't even really lift yourself up. You don't want to
Oh, look at this. Those look like 90s Bandais. This Hedora. Gigan. Vintage video game stuff here.
I could do better than that on it. If you really want to bob that one.
I just bought a gongs at the show.
Sergeant Savage, to me, very, very underrated line. And they're always around that price.
Yeah, it's too bad that they didn't.
Always around that price. Pimp Daddy said look up the bad guy
He named his brother.
or biker from the chips. I think they're a rare figure. 50 is probably fair.
On the funeral.
What's the name of the chips figures? Off the top of my head, I don't remember. I don't remember. I'd have to swing by there again. Hey, look at the toucan Sam. Jumbo-chan. Yeah, I'd have to swing back there again and focus on it. Hello, kitty. But yeah, I mean, I'll do another walkthrough here real quick. Let's see here. Turn the Terrible Tank from Tommy. I don't know if I've seen that before. That's interesting. Turn the Terrible Tank by Tommy.
In Walterburg? Oh, I know what Cracker Barrel is. Okay, I'll break that.
Uh-oh. Oh, come on. Look at this. They are unpunched. It's the Mego Black Hole set, and he wants $1,000 for all figures, all 7 of them. Although they do, these guys you can find, but the Sentry and Maximilian are tough. They are hard to find. That's pretty rare. And a bunch of the Slot Racer kits. Yeah, and you wouldn't expect to see that here because he's got all like modern stuff. They're all like retro collection Star Wars and things, and then he's got that. Look at this.
Oh, okay.
Team America Super Stunt Dirt Buggy. Wow.
Yeah.
From Ideal.
Yeah, he was
JJ
bad.
Arms.
Yeah.
Action Team. Mark's Safari. That's pretty cool. And I need this, but all of mine are sealed.
Okay. Regina who? Jinx? Regina.
Incredible stuff. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I know who.
Big Jim. That's neat. Who made this? Processed plastic? It looks like a processed plastic. Trouble Patrol.
I know exactly where she is.
Steve Austin.
Yeah.
Get around here.
Younger sister.
Dukes of Hazzard watch. Look at that. Sequest. Oh, there they are. These are, yeah. She has, my wife has this series.
Okay.
Police Academy.
All right.
Battle Platform.
Yeah. All right.
Pimp Daddy's down for little people. Says I'm trying to read it again.
Okay, I got your number. All right. You too. Bye.
There we go. Something went funny there. Pimp Daddy says I'm down for little people if I can get the entirety of the Sesame Street sets. What happened? Yeah, it went blank for a second. Hi.
Hey everybody. I'm sure Kay Munion's on there.
Oh, sure. And Robert Online's on
Hey,
here.
Robert.
Johnny's
How
on
are
here.
you?
There's a
Hey,
few people
Johnny.
you know, yeah.
Yeah. Hey
There's a handful of
everybody.
people. As we try to get around through here, I saw a couple of things I want to get back to
Oh, okay.
if it's not too late, but you know. Oh, some model kits from Bandai. And what's that? Robert said Police Academy Station looks like the Ghostbuster Firehouse. Yes, it's the same model. Oh, here's some oddball stuff. Play-Doh Ewok.
Yeah.
Look at these. Mr. T card game. This thing is pretty difficult to find in decent shape. You squeeze him and stuff comes out of his ears, eyes, nose, and mouth. McDonald's prizes. Most McDonald's prizes are still really, really affordable.
And that's what I'm saying is like,
If you're into that sort of thing. VHS cassettes. Because VHS is not dead.
Looks like it ends up
And they do not just die on you suddenly like they try to convince you. I've got VHS cassettes that are, I've had VHS cassettes that are pretty old that still work. Someone was asking about these at the Toylanta. Snailians. There's a couple of Snailians.
Hey everybody, welcome
Where's the guy from this? So, he disappeared. Look at that store display for Rolling Stones. That's pretty rare too. It's no thermos though. Snailians. If I can, I'll come back around and ask him what those are going for. If I run back into them. Look, garbage pail kids, Trapper Keeper. Look at the monsters in my closet.
I made some people mad, but I'm like, but who wouldn't? The guy behind me.
But yeah, you don't see Snailians very often. Florida Orangebird stuffed. I'm getting close to where there's some music, so the sound might cut out temporarily when I go by there, just to prevent me from getting into trouble. It's this guy with the transform. It looks like Transformers over there. So I'll pass around by him.
I gotta be a man of my word.
I'll pass around through there, and I think it's going to cut out. Yeah, it's back up. He turned it off and it went back on. I can see the little indicator. It's a little fail-safe courtesy of the phone, actually, to prevent me from getting into trouble with ScrewTube while I'm using the phone here. Come on, kid. There was a social. Yeah, he turned it back on. I was being followed. I shouldn't say things like this. There's another, like, I guess he's one of those social influencer guys. I'm not gonna say who it is. He's filming also, and he's walking behind me, and even behind me, I can smell this guy. He stinks. It's like, oh my God, dude, you're 6 feet away. Hey,
How are you?
all right, you're live. If you want to say anything.
How's it going? Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday. But yeah, I mean, he's. If I said who it was, you'd probably know. Let's put it that way.
just do that.
I don't think he's on film, but man, dude stinks. And I'm like, how can you be 6 feet behind me and I can smell you? And again, I shouldn't say things. I shouldn't be so mean. But that just really struck me in the moment. It's a $2 table. $2 table. That's how you do it if you want to get rid of stuff. We get around, there's another row here, and then we're going to go under the overhang, right? Johnny says it's not mean to say it's called cleanliness and being healthy. Yeah, I know it. I know it. Hey, messy room game, Berenstain Bears. You know, my wife is a big fan of the Berenstain Bears. Pete Rose. Oh, some original 90s Power Ranger stuff.
The only reason I even have that is an extra copy. I bought it and I didn't realize I already had it. Yeah. So that's exactly what I made.
It's the Tonka, what is it, Steel Brigade, or what is it called? Figure's missing, but these are pretty hard to find. Steel something, Steel Monsters or Steel Brigade, or I can't remember off the top of my head, but I know what it is. I know what it is. Zom says people stink that smoke pot. That's true too, but it's a different odor. That's true too. And you know, unfortunately, being in the Atlanta area, you smell it all the time. Just all the time. Everywhere you go. You smell marijuana out here. It's crazy. And it's not even legal in Georgia, you know? It's like, God, lay off, huh? First thing in the morning, how do you look what these are down to from Mecca.
No, the movie, no.
Another set of Beetle Bailey. You'd never see these. Now I've seen it twice at the same show.
See, he looked up at you and he was like, oh, no. I didn't know if he saw it.
Kitty ride on. That looks like a reproduction. Just off the top of my head. Three Stooges. Fun for all Three Stooges.
Oh my God, they're so cool.
Hi.
Yeah, say hi to me like 3 times.
I can't help it every time I see you.
Your shirt, Thundercats is my favorite.
Thank you.
Really not seeing any vintage Mego. Well,
They got
except for
dancing.
Millennium Falcon.
Millennium Falcon.
Mm-hmm.
Overrated.
Aw. Listen to you. Just trying to stir up mess.
That's what I do.
I see that. Let me walk through here real quick so everybody can gauge everything. Just getting set up. I'm surprised how late some people are coming in.
You gotta do that backside?
Oh yeah, let me get around there. Yeah, I see. I got confused. No, Munin, I'm safe for the time being. There's some 90s Spawn. Oops, I turned sideways. You're okay. I almost didn't spot that. Some Lego kits, more Lego. More Lego. But again, these are all modern kits.
Oh, look at the locomotive.
Yeah. It says Crocodile locomotive. But yeah, I'm safe for the time being. As social influencer guy is not near me at the moment. Hey, Metroplex. Look at that.
That's it.
Dinobots, Metroplex, and the Constructicons. And look at this, the Boulder playset from Mask, the Terror Drome, missing the fire bat, but you know, so looks like it's okay for the most part. The Maggot. There's some Planet of the Apes. It's not the ones you were asking about, though.
No.
Yeah.
Big Jim and the white boy.
Big
I don't
Jim.
know about that one.
Hey, everybody.
Oh, hey, it's
Hey,
Chance.
how's it going?
All right. That's not Chance. That's David from Second Chance, and that is Chance's father from Second Chance Toys.
I call him Chance Daddy.
Chance Daddy, yeah, there he is. It's hard to see, but that means if there's anything good here, I better get it before he does. Nothing personal, it's just the name of the game, folks. Hey, everybody. All right. Look, it's the magnetic troll. You remember these? This is what you had before you had pads.
He was an eccentric person. What's wrong with you? He may have had that. He didn't.
Some vintage clothing.
Trading cards there, they're free. Oh, hey, what's up, dude?
Hey, how you doing?
Yeah, don't forget to get them.
Oh no. The Jenna Jiggler, it says. Shame. Space
Jenna
Ghost.
Jigglers.
Yeah, I see that. Is it anatomically correct though?
No, because they got on these glued on pants. No. But if you shake it, the breast will flop around.
Exactly.
Oh no.
And
Oh
obviously,
no.
the bikini top comes off.
That looks like a
Dormite.
Dormai. It doesn't say though, it just says China. Yeah, see? Well, yeah, you know what you're doing though. Hey, it's Triclops.
Oh, look at the Super Friends with Scarecrow.
It's a real Triclops. My wife has him carded, but she's got the one with the ring.
Yeah.
The Tick from Bandai. These are still, again, really affordable. Rat Fink.
We got like 4 red things. I'm doing good. How you doing?
Hello Kitty. Yeah, I see that.
He's selling counterfeit Pokemon.
Yeah. Shouldn't be doing that. Well, that's kind of what I thought.
Exactly. Doesn't know what
called
he's got.
scalping.
Yeah, for sure.
Look at these.
But no, it happens.
All right, buddy. Appreciate it.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
that bag of Ultraman.
Yeah.
Is that
Ultraman's
Ultraman?
down there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God.
See, that's 2 for 2. There's your Mego.
How we all?
Good.
Cat's character.
And then there's your who made that? I can't remember.
Yeah.
You're right. You need some mama?
Not Tom.
I got that already.
Oh,
I got the whole
dang.
Super 7
There's
wave 1 through
Tomland
10.
in
Did you
there.
see the cat's lair?
I tried to get a
Please.
cat's lair 3 times and it wouldn't go through, so I thought it was a sign. So I'm not getting it.
Okay, well, if you change your mind, I got one. I
What do you have on
room
this?
for it. I had room for it when I bought it. I had an office that was going to display it.
I would love to get rid of it.
It's
sold
How
it.
much?
What do you have
I
on
put
this?
in it? Retail?
I'll think about it. Because I honestly tried to get it. I went on the
Yeah.
website. 3 times I put in.
I've got
and
the
it
cat's
was
lair
not
and the
go
thunder
through.
tank.
I got the thunder tank. I
Get
got
the
it.
Mountain Town Toys. Is it on the website?
It's not on the
It's
website.
not on
I'm
the
not
website.
going to list. I'm not going to list it. If you want to shoot me a message on Instagram, you decide you want it, I'll bring you one of these.
Okay.
2
It's
boxes.
still in the box.
Yeah, 2 boxes.
We'll go around to the other table here. or this is the last leg of it, unless somebody set up and I missed it. And this is Retroville's table. This is the table for the individual who sets up this event. This is his setup. See, Retroville out here in Powder Springs. Crowded up on in this section. Oh, someone bought the voodoo.
I wore 3 copies of it.
Yeah.
Oops. You're okay. Give people a chance to get by here. Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah.
The voodoo. That's pretty cool. Now you can get even with all the people you don't like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going to start today.
And this is Brett's setup, and these are Toylanta t-shirts. And Brett is the guy who runs the Toylanta that we were at last week. Although I don't see Brett, he's just kind of his table unattended. I'm sure he's around here somewhere.
Dave was telling me that's called extreme dino.
It is. That's a dinosaur, yeah. The sharks came out first and the dinosaurs next. Right, David?
That's right.
Hey,
And
everybody.
this is Martin from Retroville. And tell us what we're doing here.
What are we doing here? Well, we got honestly, about 67 to 70 sellers out here. We do this every other month on the first Saturday of the month. Think of it as a toy pop culture flea market. So you got all kinds of vendors out here selling a variety of stuff. So if you like this kind of stuff, which obviously you do because you're watching this awesome channel, you know that there's a good variety of stuff here. So yeah, loving being able to host it, I'm a collector, so I've already bought a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, of course.
Of course. One of the perks of setting this up as well is I get to see as people unload and see the good stuff they get. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
You guys need to come on out.
Yeah, if you can, come on and check it out.
Absolutely.
Look at Gumby.
Yeah, Gumby and Pokey, Playful Trails.
That's the Wily Kitten, Wily Cat.
Yeah, Wildcat, Cat. That wraps it up, folks. That wraps it up. That is everything. Unless, again, there's other vendors that are late or whatever and haven't, maybe they set up and I didn't see. There was a couple of people that were setting up. There were 74 people that were slated to be here today. Again, I don't know if everybody showed up, but there was 74 people slated to be here. But it is what it is. What do you think, guys?
I've been over on the wrong line.
Does it look like a cool event? There's getting to be more and more modern. There's more modern here today than I've seen previously. But, that's going to happen. I prefer to see vintage. That's me. In my opinion, though, with the modern stuff, it's like everybody seems to have the exact same thing. Peter is here. But yeah, for me, anyways, again, the modern stuff, it seems like everybody seems to have the same things. It's like, okay, and at least there's not too many pops. You get one big pop vendor here and then a smattering here and there. But, I go to certain shows and it's like, okay, Funko Pop, Marvel Legends, Mattel Wrestlers, Marvel, Star Wars, and then the next table has the same thing, and then the next table has the same thing. And to me, it's kind of tedious. To me, that's just kind of tedious, and I get tired of seeing it, to be honest. Not trying. And again, you know, if you're into that, hey, it's cool. If you're into it, you're into it. That's cool. But I'm just not. I'm just not feeling it. And this is the piece I was talking about here. See, the Crime Buster gun, because inside here, it's like untouched. And you know, dude whispered something to me. He was like, "Hey, I would do it for X," and I'm like, "Ooh, man, I might have to seriously consider it." Because he's got a price on it. The price he's got on it is actually very reasonable for what it is, but you know, he's got that secret "I know who you are" deal. You know the one. You know the one.
There's hardly no records out here today.
No, I didn't see any vinyl. That's true.
Except for that one girl that always has them. I got two.
Yeah. $5 box only.
Look at Dukes of Hazzard lunch tray.
I saw that. Yeah. It's seen some action. That Dukes of Hazzard lunch tray has PTSD.
Somebody ate their lunch on it.
There's some 90s Barbie.
And strawberry shortcake carrot.
Yeah. Hey, it's Sparkly from 7-Up.
Then I thought the mascot was the Dot.
That's older. That's a lot older than the Dot.
Yeah. Why they got rid of him and gave us that stupid Dot?
Oh no. The Nintendo 64.
Look at that New Kids on the Block. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh God, that's the stage.
Yep.
Dorothy Hamill. Oh, her knee is broken. Yeah, it is. It's split right through. Dorothy Hamill, she was a figure skater in the 80s.
I don't know who that is.
People know who that is. Come on now.
Just
Uh-oh.
she got an action figure.
Oh no. They're awful. Yeah, I don't think I saw them when before. It's another pop table. These weren't set up, were they?
I saw a couple things.
Hey.
How you doing, boss?
And then Seth's table again, and I don't see the Ultraman figures, so I'm guessing that LPH bought them. Oh man. But yeah, wow, it got bright suddenly. I thought it was pretty overcast, and I was wondering if it might rain.
Star Trek. You can get your Star Trek collection started.
That's okay. I do not need a Playmates Star Trek collection. You know, they made 420 figures. Playmates. King of the Hill.
Yeah, he got like a bunch. King of the Hill and those Planet of the Apes figures.
And Clerks. That's Clerks, the cartoon show. There was a animated cartoon. It was canceled after 6 episodes. Although it wasn't bad, actually. I do remember the show. It wasn't bad. It was meant for adult humor.
And I saw one guy, he had those, what's the name? Something about the woods. They just showed it. Super 7's doing the reaction. I don't know.
You don't know?
No, something about the woods. We just showed it yesterday.
Okay.
Find anything else?
I've got a couple of things on the back burner.
End of the day sale?
Where's your little people?
Well,
she sold it.
Grandbaby has gotten a hold of a lot of things, so I don't have everything that's complete.
I see.
So I thought I had everything together, and apparently I didn't. so I have to regroup.
Uh-oh. All right, well, what do you do?
I'll be back in June though.
Okay. We'll probably be here in June too. I gotta wait all the way till June. And if we do go live tonight, you gotta remind me to tell the story about the 90s Star Wars figures. It was an interesting conversation that I had. I don't want to say it right now, but it was an interesting conversation I had with a vendor at the Toylanta talking about those. And I think it's really fascinating, and it ties into the whole dilemma with a lot of modern action figure collecting. But yeah, aside from that, I think that's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm gonna go ahead. No, I still don't see Brett. I don't know where Brett went. But I'm gonna probably go ahead and start wrapping things up and go back and look at the potential for a couple of deals. Hope you got something out of the tour. Again, this is free. Or if you wanted to set a table up here, I think it's 20 bucks, which is why a lot of these people are not real vendors. They're just people that had overflow. And that's why you can get good prices on a lot of things. So hey, thanks everybody for joining us here this morning, or it's morning where I am. Hope you had a good time. And we will see you again soon.